Hey there, welcome to this reading. As you've seen on the title, this is an unplanned pop-up energy reading, current energies for the collective. When these nudges come in, I have to follow them. So if you clicked on this reading, I believe you're here for a reason. Only take what resonates. Oftentimes when I do these energy readings, I see that they are 3 to 5 days ahead of a lot of the collective. So you might see this in the next week. You might not be seeing this right now, but you might be seeing it in the next week. That is just from my experience over the past 15 years. What I've realized with these energy readings, they're usually about 3 to 5 days ahead. So I do feel this victory coming in. I feel a victory, a win, and a lot of you don't see it coming. That's what I'm hearing. So let's see what the reading reveals, and we'll go from there. Let's jump right into this. Okay, first card out. Oh. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so it feels like you have invested a lot of time, a lot of energy into this path, into this certain path, right? And it feels like you know it's time to walk away and leave this behind. You feel like maybe you're coming to the end of a cycle, the end of a relationship, the end of a career or something, right? Something you invested a lot of time, a lot of energy towards. You really feel like it's maybe over, right? And maybe you're being hard on yourself. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I stayed too long, or I didn't listen to my intuition. I should have left sooner. But I feel like a lot of you were holding out. You were holding on to hope. You were wishing for something. You were hoping for something. You really, this wasn't just any old thing. You had an emotional investment here. There was, you know, maybe passion or love for this thing or this person. Look at this. And this is exactly what is coming through. You've been following a path for a while, and you know that it's time to go a different direction. But you didn't really want to. Like, you didn't feel you wanted this so badly. So the thought of going a different path, right? The two swords, right? Two different directions. You didn't even want to think of it. You didn't want to consider it. You really wanted to hold on to this. But I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Look at this, the Tower. Oh my goodness. Maybe you didn't see this coming. Right? Maybe you clearly at one point you thought this was definitely worth it. This was going to pan out. You never saw this coming. For some of you, you never saw it coming. You thought for sure progress would be made, or the relationship would come into harmony, or the career would last forever till you were done and ready for something else, or the person would be in your life forever, right? You didn't see this coming to an ending like it did, okay? The Magician. But man, have you learned a lot from it. Are we zoomed out enough here? There we go. You learned a lot. You've grown a lot from this. This is maybe for some of you feeling really heavy right now. Really hard to process, really hard to move on from. But I think in retrospect, you're going to see that this happening really it's really shown you who you are and what you're made of. That if I can get through this, I can get through anything. Now moving forward, it feels like you're going to be different with how you handle things. You're going to be different with how maybe your boundaries. It does feel like a changed energy, like this has changed you. Nine of Cups. And it feels like you're going towards some sort of fulfillment, some sort of breakthrough is going to happen here. And like I said, a lot of you don't see this coming, because I feel like a lot are stuck right here. Stuck right here at this Tower energy where it's like, I can't believe this is over. I can't believe this is done. Am I going to be able to move on? Can I move forward? Will I find happiness again? Will I find fulfillment? And it's right around the corner here. Look at this. It's right around the corner. Something's setting you free. I'm going to be honest with you. This not panning out at this time, because I just want to be clear, just because this is done now doesn't mean it's done forever. So if it's a relationship with someone, that you really hoping to reunite with one day, I'm not necessarily saying it's over for good. That's going to be different for everyone. But you're going to see that this happening really aligned you with a beautiful path. And a path that is filled with happiness and abundance. Look at this. Ace of Swords. Look at this. I think deep down you know that it's time to move forward. I think deep down you know it's time to move forward here. And look at what comes. The Nine of Cups, the Three of Cups, this new direction here. Taking the two swords down to one, right? Maybe some of you don't even have that option anymore. That thing that you were so invested in. So maybe the business closed. Maybe the person moved away. Maybe the person fell in love with someone else or moved on or doesn't want a commitment, or the friend is just not open to communication, however it applies to you, right? So maybe that other path is completely just closed here with this Tower. The Tower came down and that path is covered up in rumble. So some of you are feeling like, I have no choice but to dust myself off and go forward here. And you are going to see that this was for you. You're going to feel happier. You're going to feel lighter. Some of you are attracting in a more balanced friend or partner or, business, career, something that's more in flow, more equal. Three of Wands. Opportunities are knocking. Opportunities are coming your way. This is expanding you, right? With this Magician and over here, the Three of Wands, you are being pushed to expand. You are being pushed. And some of you, I'm going to be honest, pushed beyond your comfort zone, right? Some of you don't feel comfortable right now. It could feel kind of itchy, kind of like scary. Fear could be seeping in, right? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do out there. Where is my place? Where do I belong? Where do I fit in? This is pushing you to expansion. This is pushing you to evolve and grow. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Look, it's done. 10 of Swords. I'm telling, it's just, and again, the two strongest messages coming out, right? That something has ended, and your intuition, your inner knowing, you know that it's time. You know that it's time to let go and move forward. Let's pull a closing card from Work Your Light Oracle. think there's 2 there actually. Let's try to straighten these. Okay, soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, and I do feel it's a good time right now to lean on your circle or your person, or, you know, those friends that are there for you and support you. Your soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. This is hard. This is definitely not an easy thing, right? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah. Releasing, letting it go. It served a purpose. It was a contract that you agreed upon, right? As we all, you know, come here with these contracts, we all agree to these different things we're going to do, right, to one another, to trigger one another, or to bring in feelings of joy, and, you know, vice versa, right? We come in with these contracts, and when those contracts are up, when they meet the deadline, right, when they get to the end of the contract and it's done, then it's done, and it served its purpose, and now we move on. So something here is done. It served its purpose. Now it's time to release it. But this is hard here, because I am feeling whoever and whatever is involved here, deep, deep soul connection. It's not just surface level. There was something deeper here. So for those of you that are connecting to this with career, this was a passion of yours. You really felt this was part of your soul's journey, your soul mission here, something you were you were planted to do. Maybe you were bringing awareness to something. Whatever you were doing it with pride, and you really cared, right? That's what I was really picking up here. It wasn't just surface level. This really confirms what I was picking up in the beginning. It was much deeper than that. I am sending you tons of love. If you enjoyed that, please be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you guys at the next reading. Take care. Be well.